Welcome to a new episode of the Glowed Up Show. It's your boy Doobie Duke Sims, my wonderful guest. I'm doing Atlas, my wonderful co-host to the right, Malgosha, the beautiful haired riser with the mask.
I'm doing this in representation of Atlas being sick, so I see you, Corona.
That's for the bro.
Yo, for real, get well soon. I really hope it's not serious.
Yo, I know.
Why are you
Ats.
so depressing? Jesus.
I know Ats since like 2005. I had no idea that he was Spanish until he sent me his government name, and I was like, "Yo, you Spanish?"
What
I
did
had
you
no
think?
idea. I don't know. I thought he was Italian
white?
from like where I'm from, so I was like, "Yo,
Is it
he
true
must
that
be
he was
Italian."
in an R&B group?
Yeah, back in the days,
Yeah.
that's where I know him. Like, I
Yeah.
wrote a song for them, Fusion, my bros. We came up together. My man Lewis, that was just on the last episode, he came up with us, Progressive. We don't have to go through all that again.
But we have special guests today, too.
Yes, please. Introduce yourselves.
What up? It's the kid Genius.
Genius.
ALO, what's
We
poppin'?
got ALO
ALO.
and Genius in the building.
The album just dropped.
Album
drop.
It's on the hoodie. Merch coming.
Vibes. All positive vibes.
Yeah,
Riser,
yeah.
lead us.
So I met Genius a few years ago through a friend that was, I think you guys kind of knew each other a little bit.
Instagram.
We keep
Oh,
going
yeah,
back
yeah,
and
yeah,
forth
I know
about
what
this
you're
story,
talking about.
but we actually met.
How high were you?
I had like maybe 2-3 gummies, you know.
Great. Go Gabby.
High Rebos. No, we met through a friend, and we ended up just kind of like connecting because of this friend that does like music as well. She's a songwriter. And I had Genius become one of the judges for a beat battle that I was doing.
That's right.
That was the first time we connected, you know. And I heard of him before that, but mostly through this friend of mine. And after we connected that day, like he came to the studio I was working at in Park Slope. I think you were working with Najee.
Yeah. Oh, that was Red Room, right?
Yeah. Studio was shut down, but it was called Red Room. And he would come in and work, and like that's it. We just pretty much connected like that. We just were in the studio. He was looking for a spot to record his artist and produce for his artist, and I was there. So that was pretty much how we connected. And ALO, I just met recently. This guy's a beast. Yeah, this guy's a beast, man. You guys go ahead. Tell him a little bit about what you guys got going on.
Yeah, I mean, we met each other at NYU. We both went to the Clive Davis program, recording music. I feel like we really met at D Pride Studio.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I was working with D Pride, and then he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bring this kid ALO over, and I think he goes to your school." And
Wow.
then you pulled up and was like, "Yo, this kid's cool as hell, yo."
Shout out to Deep.
Shouts to Russell, yeah.
Yeah,
Deep
Russell,
Pride,
yeah.
man.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Bringing the duo together, yeah. But we just like became homies after that, you know. I feel like we're cut from like a similar cloth.
Right.
Two Asian American kids, you know, pursuing this music shit.
Yeah,
And you know,
that's dope, man.
But it wasn't until this last year that we just decided to do music together.
yeah, for real.
'Cause,
So,
like-
yeah, we were just more so in like a friendly relationship.
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like,
You were
kicking it,
chilling,
like-
just hanging out, just
chilling,
chilling.
Yeah,
shooting the
for
shit.
real.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, let's just get to the
Why?
chase.
It goes
and be
right
done
to it.
with
Why were you
Why?
Why?
What happened? What
happened in your life that
yeah.
made you wanna chill, like-
What if
You be asking the question like, "Yo,
How you
tell
do
us
that?
really why you're chilling."
Yeah, why?
like where were you
Where
guys?
were you chilling?
Where
what
nah.
were you doing? How many gummies? And like, like
There
how
wasn't that many guns.
where okay, besides that, like how where were you and where were you in that point in time? Like what were you guys doing separately that kind of like brought you guys together?
I was doing in-house production for D Pride, this YouTube artist, really big following, and then he brought him over, and then that's when I learned that you were in my program. I was a senior and you were a freshman.
oh, you don't talk to them? You don't talk to freshmen?
Freshmen don't talk to
like,
seniors?
I mean,
Crazy.
I talk to everyone, but
You can't
like,
dunk when you're a freshman.
Yeah, what the?
No
I
dunk.
don't
It's
know,
in
man, he's just
NYU.
super chill, and then I think it's so crazy that it took this long for us to come together and make a project.
So what happened?
And I feel like that was kind of my fault. Like I feel like I was in a place where I wasn't like making music as much. I don't know. Like I think something about going to school for music like made me look at it differently. Like I'm getting like assessed on like my songwriting, and like it's becoming like a grade, right? Like it's not just so subjective. Whereas whatever I want to do, I'm like it's in a curriculum. So I don't know. I kind of started falling off of that, like of making music on my own.
I feel like we were learning everything.
Really,
but
because of the
music.
school and because
I
of
don't know,
like
just
what?
the mentality.
Just saying
you
the
know?
pressures
I mean,
of
it's
being a student,
NYU.
like,
For sure, like I feel so, and I'm surrounded by like songwriters who are already connected, or people who already have these like huge placements.
How did you get into the program?
So The application process, like you submit kind of a creative portfolio and you show them kind of the work you've been doing, along with like the usual application shit. But I have a YouTube channel that it's got like 6K subs.
Oh,
It's alright.
Not right.
Almost.
Not right for the YouTube space yet, but
she says hi.
But yeah, I used to make a lot of videos on there, and that's how I got into rapping at first and building my audience there, doing online ciphers and contests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a big like Asian American community on there. I felt like so I was building with a lot of those fans. But
And
yeah,
what did you get depressed inside the program, or
Yeah,
who,
I mean,
who ruined you?
I was going through
Who
some
do we
shit,
need to
for
beat up?
sure. I was going through it. I don't know.
So when you met him, what happened when you guys started working together?
I mean, well, we didn't work together until after we graduated. So
Why?
Like, I think I was just.
I don't know, man.
It's like,
Wait, you are the straight lawyer on the show, like
yeah,
just like
so
grilling.
I
I feel like we did something
she's
wrong.
the bad.
Nah,
and-
this is what she does.
Nah,
You know?
Malgosia
The
is
truth
the
is
bad
coming out
cop.
right now.
Shut up!
She's the bad
She's
cop.
straight sheriff, you know.
No, she's right. No, it's something that should have happened. You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we came together now, so it's all good. But yeah, I think I was in a place where I just wasn't creating, and then I started shifting to like the business side, and like I was interning at like Epic Records and like Warner and stuff, like getting into the business side of things, making sure I have like a stable fallback. You know what I mean? But yeah, now we got the
I'm
the
impressed.
resources to create now. Yeah, for sure. So, you know,
That's
we
dope,
got
that's dope.
all the time in the world now. Got to keep pushing.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
Vibes.
You still didn't answer my, my question.
They're
but
doing it
it's fine.
because they love music and they came together to
No, I'm
create
saying,
music
but
together.
like working together in two, it's something needs to click.
Oh,
There
like
Something
needs to be,
click,
like,
they
some
click.
duo.
Just like you're here on the show, like we click, like it's on. Like you'd be like, "Yo, I'll meet you at the spot. Are we gonna be there? Yeah, I'll meet you there."
I
We're
think
good.
it was just a mutual respect for each other's talents and
You see,
creativity.
there's my answer.
Respect.
Thank you.
That's what we wanted.
Thank you.
And I
Wow.
knew he did music too, and I remember hearing your stuff, and you had like a really good like pop sensibility with your songwriting.
Appreciate
And
it, bro.
I couldn't tell if you sounded Asian or not. Or like, are you white or black? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what the comments always say. When I put up just like the artworks, like no video, they're like, "Are you white or black?" I'm like, neither.
Which Asian are you?
Yo,
No.
Which-
get that filter going.
Yo, that was crazy.
Asians in hip hop. Shout out to Jin, the original.
Yeah.
Shouts to Jin.
I actually
Freestyle
I
Friday,
worked
yo.
with Jen. He used
Oh,
to
you did?
record in my crib in Jackson Heights, where
Oh,
he's
for
from.
real.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jackson Heights has a strong Asian community.
Yeah, it does.
Word.
It really does.
There was one New Year's, it was like 2015. Drummer Terminator Dave from my band Shinobi Ninja, he also went to NYU, and for whatever reason, like it was New Year's in Jackson Heights or Flushing, and they wanted a band that could play original songs and also play cover songs. So somebody was like, "Yeah, Shinobi Ninja, like that's the band, book them." So they paid us like, I'm gonna say like 4 G's, something like this. We was like, "Yeah, dope," and we get to drink and just rock. Yeah, it was like all these Asian people all sitting down, very proper for New Year's, and we came in like, blah, just like going crazy, like, and like after like 1 or 2 songs, like the energy was so crazy in the room that like the liaison girl came in and was like, "Okay, now do covers, like whatever covers, you know." So we did like Rihanna, "Shine Bright Like a Diamond," but that was just like, "Someone pray," like, and we was like going hard, and then they just cut us, and then like they put us in this holding kitchen. And they're like, "All right, do another set, but now just covers." So we did like Montel Jordan, like "This Is How We Do It," and a couple other ones. But even those, like,
It was still
it
too
was
hard.
too hard. And then they were just like, "You're good." Like
Yeah.
Too hype.
it was just too much. And there was this one kid that got thrown out because he was so hype. he got thrown out and somehow snuck back in and met us in the kitchen. And then it was New Year's, like we were done
Yeah.
after like about 6 or 7 songs,
Yeah.
and we just drank and it was just New Year's. It was the only time I remember playing. For
Yeah.
Asian
That was my
community.
first neighborhood that I lived in when I
Jackson
moved.
Heights?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I remember the trees were so short that I needed to walk down the street because I'm like, oh, there's a lot of short people in this town.
The trees in Jackson Heights are huge.
No, they cut them very short.
Oh.
I think because people who cut them are very short. So like just
Maybe.
keep hitting my
I think I was
hand.
the one cutting the trees.
Yes,
I don't know. This is my
probably.
peeps.
So what's
There's a-
the music about?
The album. Tell us about the album.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's-
when did the album come out? What's it
I
called?
always tell people it's like millennial raps, but like,
Oh,
but
shit.
like smart.
Yeah.
like
yeah,
mad
like
thoughtful
we
with
getting
the
hype, but we
punchlines
trying to
and
be
everything.
clever with it at the same time. You
Yeah.
know, having fun with it, but trying to be smart with it at the same time. You know. Just
What was the
talking
process? What was the process like?
Process.
'Cause
was
I
like-
remember you met up with me in Queens. You played me some joints,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you didn't really tell me a lot about it, but I was like, yo, this is fire.
Thanks,
And you were
man.
like, yo, you said just that. Thanks, man. Yo, you could give him the craziest compliment. Thanks, man.
good. It's good to be
Supposed to
humble.
say,
Don't
Be
fucking
humble.
Yeah, never again.
Humbleness. Humble raps.
But yeah, and I remember you were like, we're just working on, like, you're just working.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't really have a solid, like, or like a basic plan. You guys were just banging tracks out.
So ALO just finally told me, yo, come to the studio. And I'm like, all right, finally. And then the way I would pull up with beats, like I have Serato, like I would DJ and everything. And then I would have all these loops. And I have these 2 decks in Serato. And I'm just like blending these original loops that I've made, loops that are sent to me by fans or other producer homies. And then, so I come up with these beats I've never heard of. We're like,
'Cause they're
really,
fresh, you just cook-
yeah,
yeah,
they're
just-
fresh. Like I've heard the as parts, but putting them together, and it's like, you know, I could like change the tempo right away and whatever. I could fit the vibe to whatever I'm trying to figure out what his vibe is on. you
Right.
know?
So you'd be creating on the spot together?
On the spot,
Okay.
it's like seamless if I want to change an idea. Like
Yeah.
the beat still keeps going.
Yeah.
And then it just comes up with cool raps, and then I hit record, and then we come up with a song. It's more than 2 minutes, and it's good.
You got the split outs? What do you do with the split outs? If you just have like a Serato loop that's playing, you got the 2-track and then he raps.
So I'll have Audacity recording everything in the back, and I use this program called Loopback, and it lets you literally route any audio from any app into whatever input.
So you have the split outs routing at the same time.
What I would do is as it's playing, I'd mute one deck, and then so it records just that one sound. Then I mute that sound, play the other one. So it's already in sync because the tempo's still going.
Right.
And then in Logic,
You
I'll just
cut
come
it up?
Yeah.
Tight.
And then I'll play overdubs over like keys or.
So you just build it after you have like a vibe and you like put an energy on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I mean, sometimes he'll send me shit and I'll write with it at home and like we'll come back in and maybe we'll reapproach it. But a lot of times we're just like him making the beat right on the spot, and then when I start hearing like the bass of the beat, I already just start writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we'll just go in.
And I won't hear what you're writing until you're ready to go in the booth, and then I just hit record, and then like 5-10 minutes later, the
Yeah.
whole song's done.
It's a
Nice.
seamless process. We were making like 3-4 songs like a night, just like.
Yeah.
I try to keep them short, you know. Like people
Yeah.
got short attention spans these days. Like
Right,
keep them
right,
around
right.
like 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How
You know
many
what-
songs is there on the album?
So it's 13 tracks on the project. But
Okay.
we've recorded like I don't know,
Probably 30 by now.
30, 40, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but
Nice.
it's like our 13.
And like, how much time did you guys spend working on like these 40 tracks, and you picked out these 13? Like, what was the time span of working? Like, what was that?
I
What was
feel
it,
like we've done like seven to 8 sessions in there.
over the
You've
course of,
done
what,
7 to
a
8 so
month
far?
or two
Yeah.
maybe, like 2 months maybe.
We started in the summer.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are fresh. It's fresh energy right here.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
Word.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's the
man.
most important thing is to
Yeah.
have that fresh energy and just be doing it because, like, first and foremost, because you're having fun. And, like, the
Yeah.
best music's going to come from the joy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, like we're just having fun in the studio when we're cooking up. You know, what
It's
I mean?
everything,
Yeah.
B.
We just like making shit.
They actually invited me to just have like a vibe session with them. They were already doing their thing, and I felt the energy in that room, man. We were just chilling. We were basically just vibing. I think I played you guys some of my beats.
Roger got some heat.
Yeah, she said he
Yeah.
does.
There's
B.
something
He was
that-
playing some beats.
There's
at the
something that we
studio.
might be
No cap.
doing soon. You
You
know,
throw Riser
okay.
in the mix, B. So
No
salt and
mask.
pepper.
But
No mask, no cap.
I felt
That's
yeah.
what
Oh
it is.
man.
This is one of the first podcasts I've ever seen somebody do a whole interview with the mask
We
on.
should just
Yo,
overdub
I'm gonna-
this.
I'm-
This might be a first.
I'm
Just
I'm
really-
Make him
I'm
say some random
funny.
shit.
Right?
And yeah, just throwing
Yo,
out
make
top
some memes out of these. What do you call? I'm trying to go for who did it? Lil Uzi. He had the ski mask or something like that. Who? No, Kodak Black had the.
Kodak had the ski mask.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to
That's
be.
right.
Like, come on, man. Cut me some slack. I'm trying to do something
We
a little
don't really know
different.
if you're
original.
saying what you're saying though.
That's true.
Yeah. Well,
He lip synced.
Do the kung fu movie over you and just have you saying like,
but yeah, when I got in the studio with them, I felt the energy. It felt genuine. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when sometimes you go into, it could be anywhere.
you could feel the weight,
Yeah.
the heaviness of
Yeah,
it.
especially if it's something that you love, that you do. Like, let's say you met up with some actresses or models and
I
whatever.
don't like them.
See?
Somebody that
Okay.
you like.
Already, she doesn't.
Somebody that you do
Directors, yeah.
Direct-
Who do
Directors
you
and-
like? Who's like your like? Who do you like?
You just gotta act like you like them.
Tough critic over here.
Oh God, Martin Scorsese.
Okay, directors.
Yeah, directors, actors. As the actors who?
No, I'm just saying Malgosha. Who does Malgosha like in her life? Like, it's like she loves to hang out with X.
We're not talking about acting anymore.
Shit, we don't need to talk
we're
about
getting
acting.
personal now.
Oh God. Not really, not in not a hippie way. Somebody with a purpose in life and somebody who's actually doing their thing. I
Word.
just told my friend yesterday, and he's working on his own project, and I said to him, I'm like, you know what? I'm your friend because I'm your friend. I'm not your friend because I'm chasing your cloud. I want to be a part of your cloud. And what is interesting, there's a whole cloud chasing movement, right? And I have a next question to it. Ha, get ready.
Always ready.
Young blood. So in this country, as an artist, you need to have movement. You need to have some kind of thing. But what I like is a purpose of that movement and why you're doing what you're doing. So I told my friend, I will be your friend if you know, when your tech company will get up, or if it doesn't, or if you're going to tell me, hey, I'm gonna clean the windows for going to be a window cleaner for the next 2 years.
Word.
Because you love what you do.
Right.
Without judgment, without anything.
Right.
So my question is, what's the marketing?
What's our angle?
What's the angle?
our way in?
What's the difference between you and somebody next who
Putting the
works with
pressure on you
video?
right now.
I feel like the appetite for Asian music artists is growing right now.
No.
You don't think so?
Why not?
I think so.
Wait.
Wait.
Let
I
me
think
break
so.
it down. Let me break it down.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let me just use K-pop as the first example.
No.
Word.
How?
G-Dragon? I
BTS?
mean, like, hello.
What
BTS?
do you mean?
What you
No,
mean?
I
They're
don't
going on
know.
arena tours, right?
No,
Okay.
they pop-
She's just
right?
busting your balls right now.
No, I know. But, yeah, but
At
they're
least he
killing it.
knows
All
them.
K-pop groups are killing it. Then you got labels like 88 Rising.
Yeah.
It's all Asian artists. They're throwing festivals.
So you're saying there's no Asian American rappers? There's no Asian American
So yeah,
like
that's our perspective, right? A lot of these kids in the 88 Rising label, they're from Indonesia. They're from and then they come
Asian
here
countries
and
were.
they're performing
They the
here.
secondary market. They're not from New York.
on the vibes. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
But
What
so we're from here, We're from America. We were born here.
about
And
China
so-
Mac?
Yeah, but he's on that street shit,
You're not on the streets. You're more like
Jin's on that.
We
you
love
know.
He
music.
went to
Yeah,
NYU.
Studio rats, you know what I
We're
mean?
trying to-
understand.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just trying to see the landscape of like who like what is really in the market. If you're saying
Yeah.
there's not something that's
Right.
not in the market, like what is in the market, and then you can see what doesn't exist. So that's what I'm saying. Like so
Right.
you bring.
I think it's a crossover going on right now where like you just said like okay China Mac is on like his type of music is more for the streets and Jin it went from like freestyle battle rap to gospel
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
Now
other
he's
other
stand-up,
type of
he's
music. Yeah,
stand-up.
now he's doing he did the acting, stand up. He's been in movies. And then you have artists from overseas like BTS, 88 Rising, and all these other artists that are doing like urban music, I guess you could say, for
It's
lack of
coming
better
from somewhere
description.
else where-
It's coming from somewhere else, but it's very popular here amongst like a lot of different like diverse groups. You know
Baby
what I mean?
metal.
So, right.
Even though it's metal, but
Yeah, and obviously, like subgenres and all these other things that are popping up because of the other cultures. Like people here, like they love K-pop, and then but K-pop and other things from other countries they take from us, and we also borrow from them. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like
I think you're gonna
with-
have harder time over here.
I don't think so.
hopefully,
I
hopefully you
think
just have a great
So
time.
I'm asking
that
you,
you're
like,
one of-
how you're gonna kill it.
I
Sorry.
think for what I see happening, the growth that I see, is that you might be one of the first artists. Maybe that's why you're saying that he doesn't have a place, or
No, I'm not
maybe,
saying- I'm not saying
maybe
he
that it'll be
doesn't have
harder. It will be harder.
I'm not saying he has I want to know how he's gonna push the album because
Right.
it's all great. You guys have great friendship, blah blah blah. You did the whole thing. Now, how you're going to make money? How you're gonna create
She's
a fan
like
base?
your parent. She's like
Yeah.
your parent, and she's
Yeah.
like wants to know like.
She
the
so
Asian parents.
so
I
I
she's
want to
like-
teach
literally.
other people who will listen to this. Okay, you made your freaking beat.
But also, but they don't. But they
How
can
you
do
gonna
whatever
make
they
a
want.
song?
They don't have to be super famous.
I'm
know
not
what I'm
saying.
saying?
I'm not saying.
We're all the kids.
Maybe
This
they
is-
don't have a
I'm
they don't have a
saying-
plan.
Here
Like
this.
We
I'm
famous. We on the
okay,
glowed up
Mom.
He's
show.
already
I'm
with
not
your words,
doing
like-
your mom thing shit. I want to know how you're gonna make people listen to your music.
all right, just answer. She wants to know.
I
So
wanna
just tell her
know.
what it is.
Well, we just had our first show last week. It's actually across the street in the Live Nation performance space. And we're
Shout out to
trying
Live Nation.
Shout out to
Word,
Live
shout out
Nation.
Big-
Nation.
Yeah,
big.
it was a big Lunar New Year party. You know,
Okay.
Chinese New Year vibe. So got to plug in the
Year of the rat.
The Asian talent. you know what I mean?
Always.
It's natural.
I will
Facts.
plug
It is
Eastern
natural.
Europeans and make money off of that and run with it. And I will go to Poland and will make money in Poland. I
Yo,
know that.
facts. So this
I'm just not
space is
saying.
carved out for us, you know what I
I'm
mean?
just
Like,
asking, what's your plan so you can teach other younger kid, say, hey, I'm gonna make music. This is how I'm gonna, get it out there.
Right,
Do you,
I mean-
do you
Teach
think
them.
do you think that he has a better chance, or do you think that there's a market for it overseas as opposed to here?
There could be.
They could be.
There could be.
Because
They
they
usually-
could
yeah.
see you and be like, oh, like he's Asian like
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's coming from
But
New
he's
York
come from
or
New
like,
York. That's
For
probably
sure.
that's where you test the artist.
Yeah.
Look at my favorite Dave East. He went to Europe first. I'm
a
joking.
lot of people do.
And then so you
Dave East
train
fan,
them, go to Germany, go everywhere in smaller towns
Blow
where
up,
there's
yeah.
a
That's
hip
like what
hop,
Come back.
6ix9ine
and
did.
then come
Yeah, a lot of
back
people do
to
that.
New
Word.
York. So my question is like, are you guys want to go
I
to
mean,
Europe?
not-
Are you
not
gonna
op-
go to
Not
Asia?
opposed to that. I mean, definitely there's a bunch of Asian countries that.
Do you have a team
also
behind
speak
you?
English, you know what I mean? I mean, we build and we definitely collaborating. with a bunch of people.
I feel like you guys are new in the game. Like, have you performed one time since you guys got together, like in the summer, like one show so far?
Yeah, the album just dropped.
Just
The
this
album.
us, but like I've DJ'd and performed before.
Yeah, no, you've been rocking. But I'm saying
Yeah, yeah.
as like a team, like
That was our first performance
word.
together.
So
Yeah.
you guys are new. You guys are fresh and
Yeah,
new.
we're a new
So
act.
so
Fresh.
you got plenty of
Like we just did the music and then
Word.
now we're like trying to design the act, the
Right,
entire.
I mean, I see
presentation.
money. I'm just trying to make it how we're gonna all make money. That's
She
what I
wants to
wanted
invest in you guys.
the team will come together.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
supposed
The journey
to
has
be
just begun,
word.
you know?
Yeah.
Everything will happen
Like
for a
today,
reason.
it just happened.
You guys
We
have
on the Glowed
good
Up show already. you know?
facts,
We're-
Hey.
facts, moves, trajectory. Keep the
Right.
trajectory.
and it's good. It's good to
I'm-
have you guys here. word.
What I'm really excited to see is like now that the music is done, because I feel like that takes the longest for people. They're
That's
just
true.
like, when is your album coming out? When is this coming out? These guys did it
In the
in like a
lab,
few
word.
months, you know. So
and we have stuff ready to go.
yeah, they have a
next
whole
already.
nother batch, you know. And who's to say like what's gonna come? Like yeah, you guys are on our show on Glowed Up, you know. And this is like you said, this is the first step, but I feel like there's so much more coming. You know what I mean? Like, and with that said, like, what is one short-term goal that you guys see for yourselves, like that you want for ALO and Genius for this project, or just like performing wise collaboration? I mean, you
State
guys
it,
already
word.
hitting milestones. You did
Word.
your first show at Live Nation.
That's big.
You dropped your album.
That's big.
You're
You're
on
the
Glowed
Glowed
Up
Up right
you're
now.
on Glowed Up.
That's big.
You know what I mean?
Word.
What do you guys see as your short term, like
6 month goal.
next milestone, next goal? What would you like to achieve, or like?
I feel like we have a whole bunch of things that we've been planning and like we want to do. Like we definitely want to do another show, like one that we're the hosts of. You know what I mean? We're handling all of that and really blow out that experience and like take over that venue. Want to get some videos shooting. You know, get the music videos going. I got a couple like directors that I'm collaborating with and storyboard some ideas out and get the visuals out there. You know, because that's how you.
Who are your
that's how we-
directors? Who you?
That's private. No,
Martin Scorsese.
No. I'm just asking because I'm curious.
I'm telling you,
He's
she
just
wants to
starting.
invest.
Shout out to AB.
AB.
Rest of us good.
Homie AB.
Dylan Simmel, the boy.
See, these are all the people, yo. Stating it. See, yo, the thing about the universe is that the universe always listens, and that's what's so great about your question.
Yeah,
is
you
like
need
what
to
you think.
say
So
it.
when you say those things, you say. So what she asked you is like, who are they? And you stated who they are. Then they are. It's real
Abraham
now.
Hicks,
Right,
all
right.
the
We
way.
gonna- we
You
gonna
need
hit
to
him up after
manifest
the
Yeah,
it.
it's already down. Like,
That's what it is. You
Yeah,
say
that's
it
right.
as well.
You
Like,
created
don't be
it.
too,
Right.
like,
Absolutely.
what do you actually
yeah,
want?
say everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I want to keep making the music. Like that's never gonna stop. And I think it's about keeping that consistency, like showing that perception that we're actually out here doing this. Right?
Yeah.
We're doing the shows. We're making the videos, and we're still putting out the music.
Yeah.
You know, there's content creators and there's content consumers. You know, people just be scrolling. Like you gotta feed them the music to consume.
Yeah.
You know, so I think we just gotta keep on the path and keep pushing and keep creating. You know.
Yeah.
Do you have any collaborations you would like to work with, like different
some-
artists?
some artists in mind that I'll be.
Who? Who is your favorite
Benny the
rapper?
Butcher. Shout out to Benny.
He goes on.
Yo, we need Benny on the show.
We could get Benny.
Yo, Benny.
Shout out to Atlas the Plug. He can make it happen.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, collaborating with Asian artists would be an idea
would be
for
big.
sure.
Who
you
else?
know. Like my boy Bohan Phoenix. He's a Chinese rapper. He raps like half English, like half Mandarin. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's a move, yo. You know how
You mix it,
Benny
yeah.
and and they're from Buffalo, and what's the name of what's the name of their Griselda
yeah.
Records. That's the movement, yo, and like 4 or 5 other Asian homies,
Yeah, for
and
real.
really lock in and
I
be
need
like,
some
yo,
like
it's
Chinese
like
hooks or something. You know?
Word.
I feel like it's a little bit hurdle for me being Asian, being Chinese, but I'm not able to speak Chinese, so it's a little bit of a
Yeah, you're
hurdle.
like the fake Asian. Fake Chinese.
we get somebody that does speak Asian and can sing some dope hooks.
Yeah.
Speak Chinese, you know what I'm saying?
Just write him a hook real quick, translate it.
Yo, that's a yo.
For
That's
real, for
for
real.
real. Yo, D Antword.
Are you a first
Antword.
generation?
So my dad was born in Hong Kong, and then my mom's grandparents were born in China. So
Okay.
Does your mom speak Chinese?
my parents can speak like Cantonese, like decent, yeah, for sure. But you know, I spoke English, you know, at home. You know what I mean?
I think one of the crazier things about in America, you think about Wu-Tang and the Asian energy for the culture, right? As us people, right? Has not come from Asians. Homies are from Staten Island.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, right? I'm just saying,
You
like
just
so.
had a show at Radio City Hall. You just had
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean that's Wu-Tang forever. Yo, Wu-Tang has done so much for the Asian culture. Like I just started watching, 36 Chambers of Shaolin. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
just
Showtime series. And
word the
Yeah,
Kung
my
Fu
friend
one on
produced
Netflix. Yo, and that's all because of RZA's love for the Asian culture. You know what I mean? So if you can,
Vanessa.
You hear it in the music too.
your
like
culture,
the
it's in
samples.
your
Well,
it's
but
in your
it-
blood.
But
So
that's Master Shifu and the whole Kung Fu U.S. Shaolin Temple.
Word, it's
They
everybody,
just-
yo. They
well,
out
that's
here, yo.
The result, like they all train there. That's
Yo.
the feel to it. My question is like, why are you different from another people, another rappers, another kid? What is so special
I
about
got a
you?
different perspective. They don't live my life.
So what it is?
I'm rapping about my life here, you know. And hopefully, there's other Asian kids out there relating to the way I came
that's
up.
the
you
wave
know?
right there.
That's
you
what it
give,
is.
That's
I
the
feel like
wave
you
right
see it.
there.
General relate
That's
to
the
what
wave,
you
yo.
talk about. for
That's
sure, yeah.
obviously it's not all Asian kids.
Yeah.
Like other people are gonna relate to the music too. But I feel
But
like,
that's a niche though. Like
yeah,
homie
yeah,
Lewis that was
yeah.
just on. That's the
Low
niche.
barrier to entry. Like oh, they look like me.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy.
I'm
They
just
can
asking.
relate.
The thing is, you need to poke somewhere. You need to piss some
That's the
people
place to
off.
poke,
You need to be.
Start some beef or something.
No, not even a beef,
Nah,
but
you
You don't
like,
want to start
like
beef
Who
right
wants
away.
it?
though.
Who wants it? Anybody? Can
no, like a conversation. Like a conversation about
Can't
the
take
world.
that one back. Someone's
what I
gonna
am.
battle.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna ask to battle
There
now.
it is, right there.
Yo, if you
That's it.
stated it to the universe, now you have to book the date.
Yo, I was gonna. I got a question. I got a question that I think you brought up something about marketing, and I actually just remembered right now that you guys created a filter for Instagram where people can like you know what kind of thing you
Just
are.
say it. You can say it.
So it's like, what song are you or something? So
What song are you?
so
really?
like you're
Where
there with
is
the
it?
phone and
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
it like what is it? It
It's
kinda
like a AR filter where
Yeah.
it's like it shows like cards in your head and you hold the record button and it like rolls through roulette style.
Oh
Like,
God,
lands
it's
or
so
something.
cool.
How did you do that?
So I think that this
There's
was
your
like
answer.
genius marketing. I
you
think it
wanna-
was
if you-
literally genius
Yo,
marketing.
Yo, how did
Hold
you do that? How did you do
yo,
that?
that was the song.
Yo, how did you do that though?
Yo.
Hey, if you want to peep the filter, people at home,
So-
alo.music.
No,
is
I don't
the
wanna-
Instagram.
Not even,
There's
not
a
even,
tab in the middle.
Not even that. Not even that. Show him to the video. You gotta show it to
Yeah,
the
can we-
camera.
can
Show
we-
it to the camera.
Could
Oh, we got cameras here?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, but like, no.
I thought this was an audio podcast.
Just record.
All recorded.
I'm too blonde for this shit. Go.
You see it?
Hey,
You see it?
there you go. Yeah, we can see it.
How did you do that?
How'd you do that, bro?
How you do? How you do that?
Man, I like making shit. I like making music. I like making
See,
AR
that's-
filters.
that's-
You see, I think
This
Kid's creative as hell. Like
That's
it's
what
more than just.
I think that
music.
that
Like,
is
what I'm
that's
saying.
really
what brought us
very
together
smart
is like we
marketing.
just love media and like so in order for us to put out our
God,
music, we
finally
were just like
speaking.
we're like techie kids. Like,
Yeah.
we came up
We
on
do
like
the Photoshop.
LimeWire. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
See, I-
LimeWire.
Shout out to
You know the whole
Morpheus.
thing.
Kazaa?
yo.
Kazaa vibes.
No, what I'm asking is, I act, right? That's what I love. I love being in front of the camera, but I love tech stuff. Doing my own business stuff. So I appreciate learning about the business aspect, because if artists tell me like, no, my team will take care of the business, I'm like, no,
Right.
This
you
is
actually
pretty
need
much
to
the
know
team right
where
here,
your
yeah.
fucking money
Understand that
goes
shit,
and how you're gonna spend it and what's your marketing budget. You cannot just make music for the sake of making music. It's fucking
Yeah,
lame.
not in today's times.
No, it's
That's
2020.
just
That's
one
not
part
the
of the
vision.
brand.
How do they download the filter?
You go to
Go
Like,
to
back to-
alo.music, ALO.music, and there's a tab in the middle of the page. Just click that, and then you could use the filter. Tag me if you use it.
And make sure you listen to the album.
Yeah, bump the album. 'Cause that's what it's
Yeah.
promoting.
Yeah.
Yo, let's just pause for a second right there, cause that right there was like, I don't know why we waited so long in the interview to whip that out.
I was thinking about it, but then you guys started. She was like, "Why? How?" I'm
Shut
like,
up.
oh,
Be
shit.
nice. Stay with your mask and be nice.
Okay.
That was
I've been
next
very
level.
sweet. I'm very
Always.
sweet.
I-
Thank
the-
you.
the
Shout
thing
out
I
to
love-
my
It's all
goal.
love. It's all love. It's
Yo,
tough love.
The
It's
thing
tough
I
love.
love, the thing I love about this show, even though it's the only podcast I've ever done, is the people that are with. Is like, there's no fake
How'd
people
y'all
here.
find each other?
Well, Atlas
Oh,
plugged
Atlas
it,
the
right?
plug.
Atlas put us all together. you
Wow.
know?
Yeah.
What up,
You
Atlas?
guys.
Usually it would be Atlas right here, and he would be like asking a whole bunch of questions, and Malgosha and him would go back and forth. That's usually how it goes.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
just
Stay
kidding.
button heads
Yeah.
and people.
Yeah. But I do think what do you call it? It's interesting how like even just everyone in this table right now, like
Yeah, it's definitely a lot
know
of
what I
energy
mean?
right here.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like if
of
you feel
vibes.
if you feel the vortex. I mean, you got on your shirt. Show them on the hoodie, yo, the vibes.
The vibes.
there
It's
you
all
Everything's-
about the vibes.
everything's about vibes, you know what I mean?
Drop vibes. Boom.
Good vibes only.
You know what it is? It's the reason why I push is because there's a purpose, and that when you go through shit in life, I mean, there's stuff that go against you, and how you're gonna go and fight it. That's how you're gonna win in life.
Yeah, that's true. That's Malgosha
That's
right
where-
there.
that's
where
really
she
what it
comes
is.
That's
from.
the real
That's where she
Malgosha.
coming from. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not doing the like. If I didn't like you, I would probably shut the fuck up and then just sit
Right.
here and look pretty.
Nah,
and
but the
then-
way
Alright.
when you ask those questions, you really push the buttons to really like make you
Yeah.
like put you in a place where like you have to say things that you probably wouldn't have said before because people are not really gonna ask you those
Yeah.
questions. But Malgosha just doesn't really
Yeah,
care
we just
about
met
like
you,
that.
it's
So
like 10 minutes ago.
She's like, what's the elevator pitch? Like, you know?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is it?
that's-
You know?
You know what it
That's
is?
why we
Bec-
went to school.
That's what you went to freaking NYU. They taught you there how to like, hey,
You gotta
yo, can we talk about NYU for 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
Let's for the viewers out there. Let's be really real. The connections that you get in NYU is why you go to NYU.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
People.
the information, just like the homie Lewis who was just on, like the information already exists.
Yeah.
So it's really about the intention and then how you want to utilize,
your Rolodex.
yeah, like how you use it.
It's the networking. It's the resources, right? Yeah, definitely the people that I've met.
Talent scouting, you
Yeah.
know, like you.
Yeah.
You in the pool.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I started to do what I do is because NYU, I took some courses there, but then I went to a casting by a production company run by former NYU like students. And I walked in and it's just a bunch of white boys. Sorry. I'm like, I love you, but you know, you're from Brooklyn, so it doesn't count. So they're just sitting there, and I know they got there because the Rolodex. And I said, okay. I walked out. I didn't get the job. Not their type. But I said, okay, I'm going to take what they did good and do it 2.0. That's what I'm saying is like the way you do art is just, okay, I like this and this and this, and I'm going to mush it and put my spin on it,
Right.
and then it's going to puke it out.
You know, also like with the homie Lewis really put a vision on us because Lewis didn't when Lewis started doing what Lewis was doing, he wouldn't have had answers for any of the things that you were saying because he wasn't even thinking that he ever was gonna become famous, and that's why he became famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like just keep doing what you're doing because you love to do it, and just keep living your life. Like you said, man, it's all vibes. We all know this, and we're all vibrating, and our frequencies are attracting other frequencies based on the intentions and things we say, the things we want to achieve. That's what's going to happen for us. You know what I'm saying? With the most important thing being love and compassion, and then we're all connected. You know what I'm saying? Like all the money and all that type of stuff, like really puts a spin on being a human being. But when you look at it being a human being and why you make music, it's like for the love of those 12 notes, man.
Drop a bomb on that one. Yeah.
Quincy
You don't have the sound. We still need to
Quincy
get the
Jones
sound.
said, "Once you think about money, God walks out the room."
That's facts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
facts.
powerful.
see, that's
Yo,
the
I'm like, where are
Filip-
you?
Yo, what's going on? The Filipinos, folks. Everyone.
Quincy Jones, greatest of all time.
Damn, that's a good one. Yeah, you don't
Quincy
do
had a
that.
lot of
yeah.
good ones, yo. The 60-40, we come in 40% prepared and leave 60% for the magic. You always have to leave the magic in the room. You know, that's big. Yeah, you gotta keep the magic.
It's funny because I'm working on this project, and this DJ texted me back something in the way, I don't really want to work with you, but if you want to work, like if you want to work and you have money, then contact me. And I texted him back and I said, it's not about the money. It's all about the passion and like the idea of doing something and putting something out there that, you know, if one person saw it, then it's fine. But I did it from the place of love and kindness and like push the button somewhere because I need to push the button for my own sake. So you can go fuck off. And that's how I cut his dick off.
Oh, damn.
And I think that's one of the best ways to end the episode right there. It's like,
Yes, sir.
so. it's-
Wait, before
yeah, go ahead.
we go, we talked about like some short-term goals and stuff like that. This is the first month of 2020, and it's been such a crazy first month.
Still January?
It's still January,
Last
man.
day.
Last
The
day of
last day of
January.
January.
What a way to
It
wrap
feels
it.
like the full year
That
just
shit
passed,
happened.
right? But with that being said, obviously I don't want to go and make the mood sad. Where do you guys see 2021? Where do you guys, and this is for everybody, not just you guys.
Pass it around. Pass it
Yeah,
around.
where I guess I'll start.
Start it.
So what I see, it's funny because I'm wearing a mask, but I'm actually doing it on purpose. I'm rebranding myself, and I've been kind of just like, for the first time, locking myself in. Like, I didn't even go out this whole week. You know, usually I'll go network, I'll go do this, do that. But this is like one of the first weeks in a long time where I just kind of just decided to stay in and like really hone in on my craft, see what I want to do, see what I want to like flush out, like what I don't need anymore in life and all these other things. Both musically, like, you know, as a producer that works with many artists, and also like I make beats for artists that just want to buy beats and stuff. I'm trying to market myself in a way that I'm still happy, and you know that that's like the most difficult thing to do. Like, you have to make sacrifices, obviously. So I'm trying to find out the sacrifices that are still necessary, and then to make room for new sacrifices that are going to be important. You know what I mean? And also like rebranding my like who I want to be known as, my work and all that stuff. Like what do I want to show the world? And just to keep it short, I want to like leave an impact. You know, I don't want to be just another person that makes music. And I mean, I'm here with you guys, so
That's facts.
this
You're
is
speaking your
special
heart,
enough
B.
for me.
That's large.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't even get to do this.
That's true.
So I think that by the end of 2020, I definitely want to revisit this conversation at another episode. But a year later, this is gonna be
Take a nap
Yeah.
between.
this is gonna be amazing, man. So
You do it, bro.
yeah, man.
Let's do it.
Respect.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Manifest.
What you got?
Manifest.
What you got on?
Man, I feel
Horizon?
like my whole production career, I've just been like, I've been taught and mentored to, you know, cater to the other artists. And it's funny because like before even school, like I was just making music from my crib, you know, just it was like a hobby, like we were talking about earlier. I just wanted to do all this creative stuff, like graphics, video editing, music. But then when me and ALO started like linking together, like I realized like this kid has mad talent, not just with music, but also the same interests that I have. And I'm really looking forward to just cultivating this relationship and keep making music and see where it goes, because it's really just about like the love we have for each other's work and the craft and just mastering the craft. How can we do this shit faster? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
So
dope.
I'm curious to see where it goes for a year from now, but I'm riding the wave for sure. Like I really feel like I
Aw, so
own.
much
I really feel like
respect.
I really
Aw,
feel like
that's
we
so much
own
love
this. You
and
know what I mean?
you.
Like it don't even matter
Aw.
what happens after, cause like we just
You got a
go in the
brotherhood.
studio
You got
and
a
make another
brotherhood.
one.
That's a
Word.
brotherhood right
Straight.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Speak on it.
Yeah.
Wipe them tears. Wipe the tears.
ALO.
Yeah.
Gotta put the tear
Single
emoji.
tear, yo. But yeah, this is a collaborative team here that I want to keep pushing with. You know, genius, hella talented, bro.
Thank you.
Got all
Likewise.
the beats on deck, and I'm trying to pop on TikTok, yo. Nah, but for real, just like keep pushing with this music shit. You know, rooting it in the passion. Remembering why we do this because we love this shit. We go monetize it too. Don't trip, but like, you know, rooting it in the
You
love.
better.
You see the hoodies?
Make
See
me
the hoodies?
proud.
Merch,
Oh
merch,
yeah,
merch
that's
coming.
visions right there, yo. The
When y'all
merch
dropping
game.
this episode?
I mean, I can't really give you the answer on that. I'm sorry.
The merch.
keep you
Let's just say the merch is out.
Oh yeah, the merch will be out.
right
It's already
now.
out. Yeah, it's already out. Yeah,
Go,
word.
Just do it.
Tell them the
If
website.
you're
Pre-order
Tell them the
that
website.
shit.
If you're
Pre-order
watching this,
that
get
shit.
that merch.
You
If it
watching
ain't
this, merch is out. We'll probably be announcing the details of our next show soon, so come out to that.
Word.
But yeah, just
What's your Instagram and all those little things?
Instagram alo.music. Follow that.
My Instagram is @boygenius BOYGNYUS.
Yo, you know what would be sick? I mean, it's just time, but just like on every episode, people shouted out the Instagram. We just put the little Instagram like
Yeah.
graphic on top of it,
Yeah.
just as like another layer of
Yeah.
vibes.
Where it is.
Another layer of vibes.
All right, that's what's up.
What about you,
Yo,
man?
man, always
Tell
gotta
us.
spread the positive vibes, man. You know, I think, you know, for me, it's about like, it's about family. You know what I mean? Like, always, like, just gotta, like, the foundation. The foundation is the most important thing. You know what I mean? It's, my man, shout out to Puppet Sifu, Kung Fu Sifu, like we was talking about. He'll talk about the horse stance. And, like, in any Kung Fu, it's like, it all starts with your legs. To throw a punch, your legs gotta be strong. Throw kicks, you gotta have that foundation. So like, really always focusing on strengthening making sure that the foundation is strong. Because without the foundation, you can have all the glitz and the glamour and fame and money and all that type of stuff. It's all cool, but you're gonna crumble because you don't have the strength from the core. So you know, I always gotta really focus on that. And then on the other end, is just you know, just keep unfolding the creativity. You know what I'm saying? Just that forward march, which I already got. So I'm gonna just keep doing it. You know, only positive things are coming from me always, and spreading the love. Being here with you guys is dope.
Hey.
Malgosha, break it down.
Final words.
Drop the mic on him.
Don't.
Fine.
No. Yeah.
I hope that in 2021, my dream that I've been working for the last 3 years is actually living its own life. That I'm going to do my first film that I produced and star in, and a couple other projects. My relationships with people are solid, and I have brilliant team behind me, so I can just be an artist, knowing that my business is taken care of, because what last year and the year before taught me that a lot of people talk the talk, but they don't do the walk. My belief in universe and like the core of my intuition, that I'm only manifesting fun and joy, not happiness, but joy, and anything what I do. And I'm back in front of the camera, and that's where I'm, I'm really good at. So.
You want that
And
pure
maybe-
happiness.
And maybe in 2021, I date some really, really good one penis that actually
One-
talks back. Maybe two.
Penis is
Goodbye.
that talk, yo. That's a weird segue, but you guys,
You need to do the
Shout
talk.
out,
They might
man, you
have
gotta
that in
shout out.
2021.
Penis
The
is
one
that talk.
Well, the
Yeah,
one
penis
that
that
doesn't
talk.
talk back.
Oh, that
They
does-
usually
it?
talk back to me, and I don't like talking back to me.
Word, bro Jackson.
Just to add what you
So
said
you-
about the foundation, that there's this quote that said, if you had 6 hours to chop down a tree, you gotta spend the first 5 hours sharpening your axe.
Ooh, facts.
Jesus, look at you,
Gee.
having little Gandhi moments. Damn.
That's smart, yo. That's wisdom. That's wisdom.
That's a line
Yeah,
right there.
that's
That's
a
wisdom,
bar.
yo. That's
a
straight
bar.
bars, yo.
That's a bar.
That's straight
What's-
bars. Yo, that'll be the dope rap to do, bro. You do like a whole song that ain't nothing just but wisdom. like the best. You just comb the internet for it and just put it all into one joint and just go from boom, boom. But it's just like, yo, like.
Let's get it. I'm with it, yo.
Jackson.
She's on it.
2021 is just. It's
2021, you going into the next year.
It's scary. It feels scary. You know what I mean? Not scary in a bad way, but like, holy shit, it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, all those sleepless nights, like all that hard work, all that dedication, all those dues that you paid. You know what I mean? It's starting to, you know, it's gonna happen, and it's big enough to be scared of it. But like,
Embrace the fear, yo. Jump into the fear.
Hell yeah. But it's just locked in all this year. Like, this is the first time I've been outside. Unless I go outside to get like food or something like that, like some shit that you need to live. All I do is just practice piano, all the fucking time. Just I'm obsessed with it at this point. You know what I mean? So it's just locked in this whole year. We got a big lesson this week in the world. You know, peace to Kobe Bryant and his family. Yeah, we lost that. Like, but what an inspiration to work as hard as you possibly can to be the best that you can be in whatever field you have. Like, not to play anything out, but like the whole mama mentality. You know what I mean? To like just push yourself, because like at the end of the day, you know what work you put in, and you either did it or you didn't.
That's
but
facts.
like, it's just focusing on that and spreading love, like Duke said. You feel
Don't
me?
be whack.
Yeah,
Appreciate
gotta,
it.
gotta chase it now.
Appreciate
real.
you. Thanks for tuning
The
in.
commentary on the back
You
end.
gotta
Cap.
make the magic happen today.
Cap.
Today.
Yo, that's facts.
Right now.
Seeds
that
at word.
tomorrow.
Cap, break it down.
Cozy captive.
Cap, break it
Cozy
down.
captive.
Cozy cat, right in the building,
Cozy
right?
cap.
Let me see what for 2020, right?
2020, what's the vision?
What's the vision? Well, just to see everything that I've been trying to manifest come to fruition. You know what I mean? Like, I spent all last year locked in the lab, like working on my engineer shit, working on my rap shit. And now it's all starting to come to, you know what I mean? It's all starting to come together this year. You know what I mean? Like, just, even though like we 5 months into the year and it's still January already, but still, that's besides the point. It's like mad shit is already happening, and it's for the better. You know what I mean? You know, positive vibes and all that good shit.
Word. Appreciate you, Cap.
Yo, we knew each other from
Yeah.
before. We
Yeah.
met before.
That's
And
funny.
I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
crazy.
Atlas, yo, shout out to Atlas, he's not here, but Cap and Jackson, you guys are from Atlas. Atlas brought you in, so Atlas vouched for you. Atlas vouched for you, and Atlas vouched for you. In my mind, coming into creating this podcast, as we wrap this up, Atlas vouched for all you guys. And I've been from the front again.
So I will finish with this one. There's this God, now I'm forgetting Japanese. When in Japan, where something breaks, they put gold in between, like porcelain or something like that. Says with K. But this whole idea, they glue it with gold. So it's kind of when you break into pieces and
Oh,
put
I know what you're
yourself,
talking about,
put
yeah.
yourself back. I will know on the next episode what it is. But when you put yourself back together, it's all about that gold. So your fucked up shit, all of that actually made you who you are now. So the story is just be the best version of yourself. That's it.
Boom.
Mama mentality.
All right, on that one, I think we should be out. It's been a great episode. Thank you guys
Yo,
for
thank
coming.
you.
Appreciate you guys are the
Bro,
third,
thanks, man.
the
Oh.
third guest.
You already know.
I
Three
know
is
what
the
it
magic
is.
number.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's kintsugi. That's what it is.
The vibes.
Shout out to
The
Kintsugi.
vibes is out now.
Vibes.
Stream that.
Everywhere.
Album
Out
drop.
everywhere.
Peace. We are the Glowed Up
Peace.
Show. Respect.